Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Joni Ogg, and on behalf of TravelProfessionalNews.com and HomeBasedTravelAgent.com and FindAHostTravelAgency.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar and let you know that we so appreciate you being here with us today. We know you all have busy schedules. And I'm really excited to welcome our friend Willie at Rental Escapes to the virtual stage today. He's such a great guy and a great speaker, so you're in for a good one. Willie Fernandez is the Chief Marketing Officer at Rental Escapes, and his experience in the travel industry really spans more than 30 years across the cruise, hotel, vacation, and villa industries. He's also an accomplished and award-winning digital marketer who has transformed some of the industry's most recognized brands. And as CMO, he is responsible for Rental Escape's brand strategy and marketing initiatives. He also oversees the agency relations and product teams who liaise with other travel advisor partners and villa suppliers. When he's not at his desk, you can usually find him competing nationally on the Bass circuit. He also loves spending time with his family and traveling, and I just found out he's an avid golfer too. So we are going to have a great golfer here. I guess he played with his son this week, which was so fun. So today's topic is villas and earning top commissions in the Caribbean. So just remember, folks, that you're muted, but we always welcome your questions at any time. You just put those in the questions area you can see on the right-hand side of your screen. And when you put those questions in there, we'll hold on to those questions till the end of the presentation, and then we'll ask Willie those questions. We're also going to be awarding 3 lucky attendees with $50 each Amazon gift cards. Be sure and pay really close attention to earn your chance. Again, what you'll be doing when we do the awards at the end of the prizes, you will go ahead and put the answers at that point into the questions area again, but that will be when we actually announce the questions. So anyways, without any further ado, I'm going to turn this over to my buddy Willie and say, welcome, Willie. So glad you're here with us.
Hey, Joni, always a pleasure. And yeah, as you and I were chatting briefly, I did have the privilege and honor yesterday to go play with my youngest son a round of golf, and he hit his first birdie yesterday. So I was beyond emotional knowing that I was able to witness that. And speaking of golf, in all of the villa locations, there's no better place to play golf than in the Caribbean. And to all the travel advisors who are joining Joni and I today, thank you for the privilege of your time today. I'm going to be spending the next 45 minutes with you going through Rental Escapes, going through our portfolio of villas in the Caribbean, talking about concierge and the concierge services, how to work with us, how to book with us, and then also some marketing tips and tricks. I will be leaving plenty of time at the end for questions. So if there is if you do have a question and I did not cover it in the webinar, please let Joni and I know at the end. I will be more than happy to answer that. If we run out of time and I do not get a chance to answer your question, Joni is always kind enough to send me your questions and know that I will give you a response to your question. So with that being said, let's head over to the Caribbean. And Joni, as I always like to do, you have to pick your favorite villa in the Caribbean. In the webinar, I make it a point to post some of my favorite ones. So now you've got to let us know which is going to be your favorite villa in the Caribbean. You've already let us know where in St. Barts you want to go. You've let us know where in Italy you wanted to go. You've let us know where in the DR you want to go. Now you've got to let us know where in the Caribbean. So here we go.
I'm excited.
So a little bit about Rental Escapes, if you have not had an opportunity to join us for a webinar. So we are one of the leading luxury villa wholesalers globally. In fact, we have been in business for a little bit over 13 years now. We are now in our 14th year, but we are much more than a villa rental company. In fact, what you've heard me say, if you've been on the webinars, is we are a company that prides themselves in creating very personalized villa experiences. How do we do that? Well, first and foremost, it starts with our portfolio of villas. And part of my responsibility as the Chief Marketing Officer of the company is the curation of that portfolio of villas. And as a former travel advisor myself at one point in my career, it is a aspect of my job that I take very seriously. Our portfolio of villas today ranges across 170 countries on 4 continents, everything from a 1-bedroom to a 37-bedroom property. Our starting price point is about $500 a night, all the way up to about $160,000 a night. What is important about the portfolio of the villas is that every villa in the portfolio has been fully vetted and inspected by us. Nothing makes it into the portfolio if either myself or a member of my product team has not vetted or inspected that villa. And throughout the year, we are going into the destinations to take a look at the villas. We're going into the destinations to bring on new villas. When you work with us, you are going to work with a highly trained and highly traveled team of villa specialists. By design, there is no online booking whatsoever, and that's because what we do is very personalized. Our villa specialists want to get to know you, and they want to get to know your clients. They want to understand the purpose of the trip. They want to understand how many guests are traveling, the ages, their budgets, how long they're looking at staying, perhaps even where they want to go. If they have a specific destination, or if they say they want to be in Europe, but they're open to ideas. Anything and everything that you can share, the villa specialists are going to go back and they are going to present you with 3 to 5 villa options that they believe are ideal for your clients based on everything that you have shared. We as a company make it a point to send our teams into the destinations to not only get to know the destination, but most importantly, to get to know the villas. And we do that because we build a team around you. So when you call into Rental Escapes and you speak to a villa specialist, they now become your dedicated villa specialist. You never have to worry that every time you call into Rental Escapes, you're going to talk to somebody new. That villa specialist is your dedicated villa specialist. You can email them, you can call them. Oftentimes they may give you their cell phone if you wanted to send them a text message, but you have a dedicated person in-house. Now, with every villa booking, you will also have an opportunity to work with a very talented and award-winning guest experience team. This is the team of concierge agents that will work with you in arranging all of the in-villa services and all of the in-destination experiences. And the easiest way to think about this team is if your clients can dream of it, we will create it. For us, no is not an option. And we can do everything as simple as ground transportation, to weddings, birthday parties, yacht rentals, private jets, etc. And I'll talk a little bit more about concierge a little bit later on in the webinar. We are available 24/7. So regardless of where your clients are around the world, we do provide them with an emergency phone number in their final travel documents so that they can reach out to us should they have a question, should they need to make a change to something that's been arranged for them, should they want to add something to their itinerary. Let's say they have a free day on Wednesday and they want to go on a boat trip along the Amalfi Coast. They can reach out to us. We also have team members on the ground as well that they can speak to, and we also provide them with the local phone numbers for those team members on the ground as well. We do pay a 10% commission guaranteed on every villa booking, and throughout the year, we also provide bonus commission opportunities. Now, if you are not registered with Rental Escapes, I would encourage you to visit the Rental Escapes website at rentalescapes.com. Across the very top, there's a link that says Travel Advisors. If you click on that link, that is the Travel Advisor portal, and if you scroll down towards the bottom, you'll see a Register Now section. You will want to go in there and you will want to register. One, it will get you into my email database, and on a monthly basis, I do put out a newsletter which will include any promotions we have going on, any bonus commissions, any fam trips that I may be doing, marketing tips, etc. So you definitely want to make sure you are registered. What it will also do is that it will register you for our rewards program. And this is the industry's first and only Travel Advisor Rewards program. We as a company are always looking to support our travel advisor partners in every way possible. And through our rewards program, we wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to visit and stay at the exact same villas and vacation at the exact same villas that you send your clients to. So with the program, for every dollar that you book, you earn reward points. Those reward points are then redeemable for cash that you use towards your villa stays. What is important about the program is that your points will never expire. You can bank your points until you are ready to use them or when you have time to be able to use them, because I know how busy we all are. We are an award-winning company. In fact, in 2024, we not only we didn't just take home one Best Villa Rental Company award, we took home two. And I had the privilege and honor of being at the Travies with Joni last year when we received that gold Travie for Best Villa Rental Company. We took home the gold Magellan for Best Villa Rental Company, and we took home the gold Travie in November for Best Villa Rental Company. We also took home multiple marketing awards for our Travel Advisor marketing program, Keys to Success, which I'll also show you in just a little bit. So let's dive into the villas. I'm going to go quickly through this. I want to take you through the portfolio. So when we go into the destinations and we're looking at villas and we're vetting villas and we're re-inspecting throughout the year the villas, what we're always looking for are the 3 C's: comfort, convenience, and cleanliness. We are looking to make sure that the villas provide all of the comforts and conveniences of home. We are looking for villas with pools, and I want to say about 99% of our properties do have pools. We are looking for villas that have open floor plans. We are looking for villas that have breathtaking views. We are looking for villas that have expanded outdoor living spaces where friends and families and loved ones can gather or events can take place. We're looking for villas with comfortable furnishings. We're looking for villas with great bedding, great linens, great towels, state-of-the-art kitchens, high-speed internet or Wi-Fi, cable TV, satellite TV. Nowadays, we're also looking for smart TVs or TVs that will have streaming services available, maybe a TV that has an Apple TV or Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick or anything along those lines, or that the TV has the capability for a guest to bring in their own streaming device and plug it into the television. We're looking to ensure that all of the villas are thoroughly cleaned after every guest departure prior to your client's arrival. Typically, a checkout time is 10 a.m. and a check-in time is 4 p.m. And during that 6-hour time period, the villas are thoroughly, deeply cleaned. In some cases, due to the size of the villa, the owner may put a 1-day break in between a departure and an arrival to make sure that the villa is thoroughly cleaned. Now, in some cases, we do have villas that have housekeeping, and the Rental Escapes website will detail for you if housekeeping is available. If housekeeping is available, it is available in the rate for that villa. There's no additional cost for that housekeeping. If there is housekeeping, then the housekeeper, depending on the frequency of housekeeping, will vary. Sometimes a villa may be a midweek clean, sometimes it's every morning, sometimes it's all day, every day. But again, the website will detail that for you. But the housekeeper is maintaining that property clean for you. The number one request that we get for our villas is a staffed villa. And again, on the Rental Escapes website, it is going to detail for you if there is staff present. And we do have plenty of villas that do not have staff. We do have guests who enjoy their own privacy and are not looking for staff. But when the villa has staff, a fully staffed villa will include a chef or a cook, and the difference between the chef and the cook is going to be the level of training that that person has received. Now, I will tell you, in Europe, like in Italy, what you may see is the designation of a cook versus a chef. Don't be misguided by that. Oftentimes, it is the matriarch of the family who is doing all of the cooking, and I will tell you from personal experience, oftentimes she is far better than a chef. The villas will also come with a butler or a house manager. It will come with a housekeeper or housekeepers, depending on the size of the property. It may also come with a laundress, and the laundress is wonderful because the laundress will help your clients unpack. They will also help them pack for their trip home, and throughout your client's stay, they're doing their laundry. And oftentimes the laundress will arrange the suitcases full of clean clothing. So when your clients head back home, rather than having to worry about doing laundry, when they get home, the laundress has already done all of their laundry for them. So they're coming home with suitcases full of clean clothing. They will also come with a gardener. They'll also double up as a pool attendant. We have some villas that come with a car and driver. We have some villas that also come with a boat captain. Now, the Rental Escapes website, every villa will detail for you if there is staff present and how much staff is present. And as I mentioned, when there is staff present, the rate for the villa includes that staff. The only thing that would be additional would be a gratuity that your clients would want to leave for the staff. Now, in an instance where your your clients have selected a villa that does not have any staff whatsoever, but they would like to add staff, like a chef or a housekeeper or a butler, through our guest experience team, we can arrange that additional staff for you or that member of staff, and we would let you know exactly what the cost is for that member of staff. Just like all of the villas being fully vetted and inspected, so is all of the staff members at the villas and any outside staff members that we bring in as well. We've been in business now for almost 14 years, and we've been working with many of these villas for as long as we've been working, for as long as Rental Escapes has been around, and we have long-standing relationships with a lot of these outside staff members that we bring in. Now, villas provide tremendous value, and I'm going to point it out during the webinar. When you present villas to your clients, don't always present the villa on a nightly rate or even on a total stay rate. My recommendation to you is always present it on a per bedroom rate. Your clients are able to fully understand the value of the villa when you break it down to a per bedroom rate, much in the same way that you would quote a resort or a hotel, let's say at $4.99 a night or $5.99 a night. You want to do the exact same for the villa. If you quote it on the nightly rate or on the gross rate for the stay, oftentimes your clients are going to tell you that's outside of their budget. They will forget that you're booking them on a beachfront villa that is fully staffed in the Caribbean. And I'll show you just examples of that. Number one question that I get about the villas is food included? Food is never included at the villas. Food is always additional. Through our guest experience team, we can arrange the pre-stocking of food at the villas. If the villa is staffed, when your clients are in destination, the staff can also go out to the grocery store and pick up groceries. Now, with the pre-stocking of food, your clients will always pay grocery store prices, plus they will pay a small fee, depending on the destination, anywhere from 5 to 20% of the grocery bill for someone in the destination to go and do groceries for your clients. When they're in a staffed villa, we do have menus, we do have grocery lists, and all of this is provided to you and your clients well in advance so that we can prepare for their villa stay. Here is a sampling. Oh, sorry. Here's a sampling of many of the destinations that we cover. The largest concentration of the villas is in the Caribbean. About 50% of our villa portfolio is in the Caribbean. And in the Caribbean right now, nightly stays, nightly minimum stays is about 5 nights. We have some villa owners that I've seen them take 3 and 4 night when it's much closer in. Though we're not going to talk about Mexico and Europe, I'll still provide you with that information. So in Mexico, also, much like the Caribbean, it's year-round. 5 to 7 night is the minimums. In Europe, it is seasonal. It is April through late September, early October. There, most owners are looking for 7-night minimums, Saturday to Saturday. The Rental Escapes website will let you know exactly what the minimum night stay requirement is based on when your clients are looking to travel. Okay, so you never have to try to guess what is the minimum night stay. We will point it out for you and let you know it's a 5-night minimum, a 7-night minimum, a 4-night minimum, etc. So let's head on over to the Caribbean, and I'm going to be highlighting for you some of my favorite villas. I will also highlight for you what my favorite villa is in the Caribbean. And here we go. So this is Urari Royale in the Dominican Republic. This particular villa is a 9-bedroom in Cap Cana. And actually, I'm going to, before I get into Urari, so in the Caribbean, the top destinations, and they're in no particular order, are Jamaica, the Turks and Caicos, Dominican Republic, St. Martin, St. Bart's, and Grand Cayman. Barbados is up there as well, but those are really the top. And the number one destination for the third year in a row right now is the Dominican Republic. Um, we continue to see just tremendous demand for the villas in the Dominican Republic. So this is Yorari Royale. This is a beautiful 9-bedroom property. It is over in Cap Cana. And Cap Cana is about 12 minutes outside of the Punta Cana airport. So if you have guests who are staying in Cap Cana, they will want to fly into Punta Cana. I'm also going to recommend that they get the fast track service at the airport. It will expedite them going through the Punta Cana airport. I will tell you, I did 3 trips last year to the Dominican Republic. From the time I got off my JetBlue flight to the time I get to the villa, using the fast track service, the fastest I got to the villa was 36 minutes. The slowest I got to the villa was 54 minutes. So in under an hour from the time your clients deplane, they could be at the villa, enjoying a cocktail and in the pool or getting ready to go play golf at one of the amazing golf courses in Cap Cana or Punta Cana. Now, this is Arrecife Royale. This is what I often refer to as the younger brother of Yorari Royale. Arrecife Royale is over in Punta Cana, which is 7 minutes from the airport. And this is usually the villa that I stay at when I go down to the Dominican Republic. Primarily because the butler or the head of house in this particular villa, Raul, is absolutely phenomenal. He takes incredible care of the guests. He takes incredible care of me. In fact, we have a team that's going down there later on in the month of May. And I believe we are going to be staying over at Arrecife Royale as we go out and look at some new villas that are under construction or have completed construction in Punta Cana, as well as vetting some of the existing villas. Both Yorari Royale and Arrecife Royale are fully staffed. During our 10-year celebration as a company, we stayed over our Arrecife Royale and then a neighboring property, Villa Loren. So you'll notice that this particular property accommodates 18. If you have larger groups, let's say of 30 or 40, we do have villas next door to one another. We have villas across the street from one another. Many of the villas over in the Punta Cana and Cap Cana resort either come with a golf cart or we can rent golf carts. I highly recommend renting golf carts if the villa doesn't come with a golf cart already. It is the easiest way to get around the Punta Cana and Cap Cana resorts. These are gated communities, but at both resorts, you also have beach clubs. So while Arrecife Royale is not on the beach, it is a 5-minute golf cart beach ride over to Playa Blanca, which is a beautiful beach. It's a beach club. It has a restaurant. It has bars. It's a lot of fun for the family. This is Silent Waters in Montego Bay, Jamaica. This is an 8-bedroom, fully staffed property. Now, in Jamaica, one of the members of staff, and it's required by the Jamaican Tourism Board, is to have a night watchman from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. anytime clients are in the villa. So in Jamaica, all of the villas from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., they do have a night watchman. And in Jamaica, about 100, I want to say about 100% of our villas are all staffed as well. This is Happy Hour. This is a ultra luxe 7-bedroom beachfront property. It's on its own private beach. And this is over in the Discovery Bay area of Jamaica. And as you can see there, you can do some, whether indoor or outdoor dining. Heading over to the Turks and Caicos, this is Emerald Bay. This is a 7-bedroom property. There you'll see it does come with its beach toys with the sea kayaks. And this is a gorgeous 7-bedroom. This particular property is very popular with a lot of our VIPs and celebrities. They like the privacy that this villa offers, especially having its own private beach. And as of right now, no next door neighbor. Now, my favorite property in all the Caribbean has to be Hawksbill. This is a beautiful 11-bedroom beachfront property on Grace Bay Beach. And what's wonderful about Hawksbill is that you can rent Hawksbill as either a 5 6, 8, or 11 bedroom. So you don't necessarily need 24 guests to stay at Hawksbill. If you have a group of, let's say, 10 who would like to enjoy Hawksbill, the owner will rent it as a 5-bedroom, and he will offer a discounted rate for the 5 bedrooms. Now, Hawksbill, like all of our villas, they are all whole home rentals. So if you rent the home as a 5-bedroom, that does not mean that the owner is going to find other guests to occupy the other 6. Basically, what will happen is when your clients arrive, the staff will ask which bedrooms they will not be occupying, and then they go and they lock those doors. But the owner has determined that for fewer guests in the villa, and fewer bedrooms being occupied, that he will offer a lower rate. And we do have plenty of villas in the portfolio where the owners will allow fewer bedrooms to be rented at a discounted rate. This is a 5-bedroom beachfront over in, also in the Turks and Caicos, over at Beach Enclave. I will tell you, for myself, last summer, I had the privilege of vacationing with my family over at Beach Enclave. We were over on the Grace Bay side. This particular villa is on the Long Bay side. The staff in the villas were exceptional. My children enjoyed it so much that they have asked me to take them back this year to the Turks and Caicos. They don't care about having to go to the exact same villa. They just want to have the exact same butler. And I will tell you, for a family, there is nothing like having staff at a villa. The butler really does make a difference. The Beach Enclave villas come with butlers, they come with housekeepers, and very soon they will also be coming with chefs. This is Solenberg over in the U.S. Virgin Islands. This is a very unique property that was built on the side of the mountain over in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's a gorgeous 7-bedroom property with breathtaking views of the mountainside as well as the Caribbean. This is La Palmyra 1. There are actually 3 villas in the Palmyra collection. So when, again, as I mentioned earlier, if you have large groups, we do have villas all next door to one another. Here we have 3 villas all next door to one another that will occupy, I believe, it's either 26 or 27 bedrooms. This particular villa is one of the villas that also comes with a boat and a boat captain. You can take the boat out. There is a small fee for the boat captain as well as fuel, but the boat parks or docks right behind the property. This is La Mireya. This is a 4-bedroom property over in St. Martin. And again, you take a look at that nightly rate and you divide it by the 4 bedrooms. And you can see the value of this particular villa with those breathtaking views, and then you compare that to that of a hotel or a resort. We have some properties here in Orlando, where I'm based out of, where a theme park hotel will start at $400 a night. Our villas will start at right around $150 per bedroom per night. We have some villas in Jamaica that are fully staffed on the beach that will start as low as $400, $450 per bedroom. This is Condora over in Anguilla. This is a gorgeous 8-bedroom, sits atop a cliff. You'll see it there with steps down to its own private beach area. The owner of this particular property, in working with the architects, did such an incredible job. The views from every angle of this property are just stunning. This is La Paloma. This is a 5-bedroom beachfront property in Barbados. And again, there you could see the rate. It's less than $800 a night to be on a beachfront property in Barbados. So you're talking less than $160 per bedroom. Now, this particular property is not staffed, but this is a typical style home in Barbados. Now, there is some modern style homes that are going in. This is Cayman Villa over in St. Lucia. This is a 4-bedroom. And again, there you can see just the breathtaking views and the outdoor living spaces that I talked about earlier. That is so important for us because we want to ensure that friends and families and loved ones are able to gather, and whether it's, having breakfast outside or having dinner outside or having cocktails outside or even doing a yoga class outside, having those outdoor living spaces and those views it's a top priority for us when we're going into the villas. This is a Senia in St. Bart's. This is a 4-bedroom. But now my favorite property in St. Bart's is Neo. And it's probably my number 2 or number 3 favorite in all the Caribbean. Hawksbill is still my number 1. But Neo is a 6-bedroom. It overlooks St. John Beach. It is also an ultra luxe. If I had to rate it, I would say it's a 6-star villa. The owner of this particular villa spared no expense whatsoever when constructing this villa. The outdoor living spaces and the attention to detail through and through Neo are just absolutely incredible. And the infinity pool is, with the view overlooking St. John Beach, is second to none. This is Villa Alvieciente in Grand Cayman. This is a 6-bedroom property in the Cayman Islands. As you'll see there, it's also on its own private beach. It does come with the beach toys as well, with non-motorized water activity. However, through our guest experience team, in any one of these Caribbean destinations, if your clients wanted to rent motorized activities, whether it's jet skis or catamarans or boat trips, or in the Turks and Caicos, they even have the jet cars, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a Lamborghini in the water. There's a company based out of South Florida that is building these cars. They're pseudo like a jet ski type with the body of a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a Corvette or a Porsche. And it's fascinating to see these cars in the water, because at first glance you're wondering, is that really a car? And then you realize that it's a jet car. So let's talk a little bit about concierge. So at 3 months prior to your client's arrival, unless they are traveling for Christmas and New Year's, then we start communicating at about 9 months prior. We begin working with you and your clients, if you want us to work with your clients, in arranging all of the in-villa services and all of the in-destination experiences. As I mentioned earlier, anything that your clients can dream of, we will create for them. Ground transportation, fast track services at the airport, birthday parties, here in Orlando, character breakfasts, in the Caribbean Gulf, jet ski riding, fishing, boating, horseback riding on the beach. It's the holidays and they would love to have a Christmas tree in the villa. We can do it. It's a 50th birthday and they're looking for cigar rollers. We can do it. They want to have a casino theme night. We can arrange it. Balloon arches, birthday party celebrations, corporate retreats, wellness retreats, destination weddings. Anything and everything that your clients can think of, we can arrange throughout the destinations. Now, these services are not commissionable because they are a pass-through. What we are charged is what we in turn will charge your clients. However, many travel advisors will ask us to add a trip planning fee. We will add that trip planning fee. And then when we issue the commission check for the villa, we include that trip planning fee as part of the commission. However, one of the things that we are starting to experiment, because we would like to pay commissions on the concierge services, is we have started to create packages of services and experiences combined. And you can find those packages on the Rental Escapes website. Across the top, it says experiences. If you click on that and you scroll down, you'll see the various packages that we've created. What we've done there is we've combined experiences and packages, and we've added an 8% markup. If you were to pre-book one of those packages, we will issue you an 8% commission. And we're doing that because we want to be able to bundle both the packages and the experiences, and then be able to add the markup, because again, it's a little bit harder for your clients per se to unpack it all and try to figure out what everything costs individually. And again, this is just another way that Rental Escapes as a company is looking to support our travel advisor partners by not only paying commission on the villa rental, but also looking to pay commissions on the concierge side. But again, as a reminder, if you book the services individually outside of the package, it is just it's a pass through. Now, working with us is very simple and very straightforward. It will always start with an inquiry, and I always recommend giving us a call and having a conversation with a villa specialist. Share with them the budget that your clients have, how many guests are traveling, the ages of the guests that are traveling, the purpose of the trip. Uh, do they want to be on the beach? Do they want staff? What sort of experiences and activities are they looking to have while in the destination? And that's important because we want to try to find villas that are near those certain landmarks, as an example, right? So let's say if they're in Costa Rica, and I know we're talking about the Caribbean, but as an example, if they're in Costa Rica and we know they want to go zip lining, or they want to go to the rainforest, or they want to go bird watching, we don't necessarily want to book them in a villa that, let's say, is an hour away. We'd rather book them in a villa that is much closer to those experiences that they're hoping to have while in the destination. Once we have all that information, we will prepare quotes, and we work very quickly to get you those quotes right back, because we know you want to get those quotes right back to your client. We will provide very detailed quotes. We will also include links to the unbranded website, so you can share the villas with your clients safely and securely on an unbranded website. We will include the payment terms and the cancellation terms. Payment terms are typically a 50% deposit up front, with the balance being due about 60 to 120 days out, depending on the villa owner. So we will outline that for you in the quote. Cancellation terms do vary villa by villa, primarily because it is the owner who set those cancellation terms, but we will include that for you. Once your clients have selected a villa, we will begin the process to secure the villa with that villa owner. We will send you a rental agreement for your clients to sign. We will make payment arrangements to collect payment, and then we will go ahead and we will secure the villa with the owner. As I mentioned, 3 months prior, if your clients are not traveling during the holidays, about 9 months prior, if your clients are traveling during the holidays, we will begin working with you to arrange all of the in-villa services and all of the in-destination experiences. At that point, you now have a dedicated team around you. You have a villa specialist and you have a concierge agent, and that is now your dedicated team. So any future inquiries that you have or future bookings you have, that is the team that you will work with through and through. So, if you spoke to your villa specialist today about a trip to the Dominican Republic, but a month from now you have a request for Italy, feel safe knowing that you can call and have a conversation with that villa specialist, and they're going to know Italy just as well as they know the Dominican Republic. So we value you. We value the relationship that we have with all of our travel advisor partners. And that's why, as a company, we're constantly looking for ways to support you and help you grow your business. So first and foremost, we do pay a 10% commission guaranteed on every villa booking. And as I mentioned earlier, throughout the year, we do bonus commission opportunities. We partner with Joni and the amazing team here at Travel Pro News to bring you monthly webinars. And I take you around the world with me and highlight for you what are the key destinations or the key regions that guests are booking now. I want to make sure that you truly become experts when it comes to villas and overall luxury villa accommodations. We provide full commission protection. In our system, you are our client, and we will never book your client direct. Once your client is in our system, whether you've quoted them or you have booked them, they are your client. So in the event that your client is to ever reach out to us direct, your villa specialist is going to contact you and let you know that your client has reached out, that they're interested in another villa booking. And if you would like for us to help facilitate that booking, we would be more than happy to do so. As I mentioned earlier, we have the industry's first and only rewards program. I would highly encourage you to visit the Rental Escapes website, rentalescapes.com. Click on the link at the top that says Travel Advisors. Scroll down about 2/3 of the way to where you see your keys to success. And as a former travel advisor myself, one of the things I'm constantly looking at doing is how do I continuously build tools to help you grow your business. So first and foremost, I have many of the pre-recorded webinars that I've done in the past. They are there for you to enjoy at your leisure, but I take you around the world to the most popular destinations. On our marketing resources page, there you will see our brand new collection of Reimagined magazines. These are unbranded magazines, which I'll show you in 1 second. You can begin sharing with your clients. You also have a social media library of Instagram Reels that you can begin using today, as well as a library of images that you can use in email, social media, on your website, etc. You also have an unbranded website. So you can create a link on your website that says villas and point to the unbranded website. You can share villas from this particular page to your clients. There is no Rental Escapes phone number. There's no branding. There's no way for them to book. There's no way for them to inquire. All the messaging on the unbranded website says they must contact their travel advisor. Every Wednesday from 2 to 5 p.m., I do Wednesdays with Willie. These are 15-minute appointments that I dedicate to you to help answer any questions as it relates to villa marketing, luxury travel, to villas in general, providing you with insight on maybe some destinations for your clients. Anything and everything that you want to talk about, those 15 minutes are dedicated to you. Here is our library. Right now, there are, I think, 14 or 15 magazines up. The latest issue is Spain. I'm not sure if it's up yet. I've got to check. But these magazines are beautiful. You can share them with your clients. I am getting constant feedback from travel advisors asking me for more and more magazines, more and more destinations. They're telling me that when they share these with their clients are really engaged. The magazines are helping them drive leads and even drive bookings. So on the Rental Escapes website, click on Travel Advisors, scroll down to Marketing Resources, and there you will see the library of magazines. Just click on a magazine, copy and paste that link into an email or a text message to your client. With that, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for your time. I hope you have found this webinar informative. Before I turn it back over to Joni so we can take some questions, I always like to give out my personal contact information. First and foremost, my email address is Willie, W-I-L-L-I-E, at rentalescapes.com. My mobile is 407-946-5099. You are free to call me 7 days a week. If by chance I don't answer because I am traveling or I'm in a meeting or I'm doing a webinar, please leave me a voicemail or send me a text message, or you can send me a WhatsApp message as well. I do return all calls and messages as quickly as I can. At worst, you will hear from me by the end of the day, but please know I do return all calls and all messages by the end of every business day. I'm going to leave this up on the screen. And Joni, I'm going to turn it back over to you so we can take some questions.
Fantastic. Thanks, Willie. And I will have to tell you all that Willie is so responsive. He is Johnny on the spot if you send him an email or you give him a call. So he is really a responsive individual when it comes to things like that. A lot of people say they are, but Willie really is. So I think that's a real value. Besides being just always so fun to watch these, Willie, I just want to not be where I currently am every time I have you on a webinar. I want to be someplace else. You just take me there. So I want to share first off my favorite, my new favorite. Well, my favorite still, I think, is Neil from another webinar for St. Bart's, I believe it was, right?
Yep.
Okay, so my favorite today is going to be in Turks and Caicos, and I'm going to choose Emerald Bay. I thought that was really cool.
Emerald Bay is really, really, it's cool. And I'll tell you, I didn't have it in the webinar, Joni, but one villa that is, it's a very special villa. It's 17 bedrooms, if I'm not mistaken. It's the villa that was formerly owned by Prince, and it's a villa known by the name of Emara, Emara. And what's important about this villa is for as many times as Prince was on the island, he never stayed there.
Wow.
However, when his estate sold the property, the new owner left the driveway purple and the tennis court.
Oh,
And, here's this big, beautiful beachfront villa with a purple driveway and a purple tennis court. And when I inquired about that, what I learned, and I got goosebumps when I got the answer, was the owner elected to leave the driveway and the tennis court purple because that's where Prince wrote the song Purple Rain.
oh, come on.
Uh,
Wow.
so a little history and a fun fact about that particular villa. So the history of Prince and that song Purple Rain was written at that villa.
That's unbelievable. Wow. That is such a fun fact. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. Every time I hear that song, I'm going to think about that from now on. Well, thank you, Willie, for everything. We do have some questions. I just want to go over a couple housekeepings first for folks to let you all know that just so you know, on the 15th of May, we are going to be doing another webinar with Willie. So we have one coming up pretty soon. And we're going to Europe, I believe, Willie. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that to folks. If you want to go and log into that webinar, register for that webinar, we will be visiting Europe on the 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And let's see what
We are going
else.
to Europe. We are going to Europe. I
I'm
will tell you,
excited.
Europe continues to be popular. Italy right now with the Jubilee is popular. We're also getting a lot of requests for next year for the Winter Olympics in Italy, as well as Spain for the solar eclipse.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got a lot of places I got to get to. Better start marking my calendar. Let Tom know we're going on vacation all the time. Oh, well, that's great. Well, thank you. Okay, here we go, folks. We have a couple of questions that I'm going to have Willie try to answer for us, and then we'll do our prize giveaway. So, Willie, someone's asking about training programs for travel agents to become a specialist or a certified agent. Do you offer anything like that?
It is something that I am working on. I am carefully assembling the material, including the various webinars. I don't have anything currently. However, on the Rental Escapes website, as I mentioned, I've got that webinars section. There's about 10 webinars on there. Those are the most popular destinations. So at your leisure, I would encourage you to watch those webinars. I would also encourage you to make sure you stay tuned in to Travel Professional News because, again, I'm taking you to the most popular destinations and most popular regions. So you're getting firsthand knowledge as to what's being booked right now, what regions and destinations are clients looking at traveling. And then I'm also giving you insight into like the more popular villas or within France, the more popular regions within France, the more popular regions within Italy, and so forth. So you also get that in my webinars, and then you get that live with me and Joni when we do the webinars together.
Great. Thank you. That sounds like you got your work cut out for you there. Somebody asked about Yarari Royale and what the hours of operation might be to go to Eden Rock Beach Club, if that's possible.
So it is possible. Yarari does have membership to the Eden Rock. I know during Christmas and New Year's, the membership is not good because the Eden Rock does fill up, and the owner pretty much locks down the resort. I don't know offhand the exact hours of operation, but if you email me, willie@rentalescapes.com, I can get you those hours.
Okay, perfect. Somebody was asking about, I know you've got so many destinations that you have your villas at. Do you have like a slide that you went through that showed that? If you could go back to that for a sec.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bear with me. Oh, there it is. Now,
Perfect. Okay, somebody was just asking.
This is just a sample of many of the destinations. It is not all of them.
Okay. So
But
that
it is
leads me to this question. Saudi Arabia.
I do not have Saudi, but I do have Dubai.
Well, okay, close. That's good. All right. Well, thank you. Let's see. Somebody thinks your children are living the good life. With I have to agree with that. That's a no-brainer.
you, you know, so Joni, as you know, I love sharing personal stories. I am happy to share this particular story because every time I think about it or I share it, it always generates a good laugh. So I will share this story. So I have been in travel now for, I'm going to age myself a little bit, 33 years, 34 years. And the first 25 years of my career, I did cruise. The last 9, I've been doing villas. So um, my two youngest children, for a portion of their time, spent time with me on cruises. But now that I do villas, they've experienced some villas locally in the U.S. I didn't want to put them on airplanes and travel internationally, except last year. So the year prior, I asked them what they wanted to do. They said Alaska, so I took them to Alaska. This past year, I asked them what they wanted to do, and my daughter, who at the time was 9, says to me, Daddy, what is that? Now we homeschool the kids. So they're here with me all day, every day. They listen to my webinars. They listen to me on the phone, talking to our travel advisors and talking to our village specialists. So my daughter says to me, what is the name of that place where you send all the famous people to? And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. Famous people go everywhere. She says, it's a place that starts with T. I said, T. I said, Tuscany. She says, no. I said, Telluride? She says, no. I said, St. Thomas? No. I said, Turks? She says, yes, I want to go there. I said, you want to go to the Turks? She says, yes. I said, okay, let me see what I can do. She says, oh, and Daddy, by the way, I need a butler. I said, I said, you need a butler. And she says, yep. So then my son, who's slightly older than she is, says, well, if she's getting a butler, I need a chef. So then I
Oh my
start thinking to
gosh.
myself, what am I doing wrong? Well, their homeschool classroom is just across the hall from my office here at home. So I hear them talking. I wonder if we're going to go on the private jet. Now, I don't own a private jet, so I have no idea what private jet they're talking about. And then the other one says, well, I hope the limo picks us up. So that night, I call a family meeting and I break the news to them that I'm not sure about these butlers and these chefs, and they're lucky that we're going to be flying Southwest down to the Turks and Caicos. But I don't know where they get these ideas about private jets and private yachts and chefs and butlers. Well, they hear me all day. So they believe that what is my work reality is their real life reality. And I shared the story with our partner down in the Turks and Caicos, and um, the homeowner got the biggest kick out of the story, that they ended up getting their chef and they ended up getting their butler. Well, now I'm in trouble because now they want to go back for their chef and their butler.
I love that. Oh, your kids sound awesome. I love them. That is fantastic. Oh my God, you made my day. I can't wait to share that story with Andy because he homeschools his children as well. And they're such a big part of our business and they help him out all the time. So that was awesome. That just made my day. Thank you.
I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling Andy's going to keep them away from me or my kids.
No, never. He'd love you. I can't wait till he gets to meet you in person. All right, folks. Well, I think that pretty much takes care of the majority of our questions, except one last one, Willie. Somebody asked about FAM opportunities or rates for agents. So I'm going to ask that one before we do the rest of it.
Yeah, so make sure you are registered, because, like I said, I do put out communications when I do fam trips. In terms of personal travel, A, keep in mind we do have the rewards program, but B, if you are looking to travel to a villa, email me, let me know, that you're looking at traveling. I will reach out to the owners and see what the owners are willing to do. Oftentimes they give discounts, sometimes they give free nights. Again, we don't necessarily own the properties, but we do work with the owners. We are your greatest advocate, and we do work to really to make sure we can get you anything and everything we can at the villas. because
That
we
makes
want you to
total
experience them.
sense. Thank
We
you.
want you to experience them.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, obviously you don't own those villas, so you are going to have to go to another party to ask those questions. So I'm sure everybody understands that and makes tons of sense. All right. So I don't know. I'm going to go to all of them, but I know that's not going to happen, but I'd like to. So, I'm going to get a big one when I come, Willie. So a really large one so that I can bring all of the folks from the webinar. How do you guys feel about that? Is that good?
Oh,
Let's
then,
just do a
oh, then,
webinar down there.
then we have to go to Amara for 17 bedrooms.
Okay, well, let's do that one then. That'll work for me. That's good. I'm not hard to please, really. Okay,
And
so
and then
let's.
and then we can all sing, Purple Rain on the Driveway.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, this could be a problem. We might actually do that. All right. So here we go, folks. I'm going to go ahead and do the questions for the prizes. Willie is so generous and offers two people $50 Amazon gift cards, which is awesome. So the winners of those two will be notified by Willie. I will send your names to them. To him. And then we are offering one at Travel Professional News, and I will be sending that out to you later on today. Last note of business to let you all know that this webinar was recorded or is currently being recorded, and it will be available to you to watch it again if you would like. You will be receiving tomorrow about this same time, so about within 24 hours, an email from me that will have all of the links to the webinar there so that you can watch it again and information there, okay? So without further ado, we're going to do the winners. Now, folks, I've been having people ask about how we manage the prizes, and it's difficult because we don't really have a way to do this where we can like have everybody, have a chance to win, because timing is no small part of, trying to operate a webinar. So just so you know, what happens is I'm going to ask you to put the answer to the question that I'm going to ask first in the questions area that you see on the side of the screen. I will announce the winners when we do pick them. I will pick a random number, and then I will assign the correct answer to that random number that I have picked. So for the first question, everybody ready? You're going to put the answer in the questions area that you see there. The first question for a $50 Amazon gift card is, what is the #1 Caribbean island in 2025 for villa rentals? Go. I'm going to pick the 7th correct answer. Okay, we have a winner, and the winner is Megan Megan, you have won. And what is the answer to that question, Willie?
That is the Dominican Republic.
Absolutely. Okay, good job. Thank you, everybody. That was awesome. All right, here we go. A lot of people got that right. Okay, here, next one. What is Willie's favorite villa in the Caribbean? Go. I'm going to pick the 10th answer, correct answer. Keep going, folks.
Oh, we still don't have it?
No, because we've got a lot of them, but I'm looking for that 10th one, the specific one.
All right, then I say we give it to the 5th one. If we have the 5th one.
I already got it. I got it now. It just takes for a second for it to actually show up on my screen. So that's
Oh,
where the
got it.
delay is. No, we got
Okay.
it. Jacqueline Cancro, you have won. Congratulations. And what is the answer to that, Willie?
My favorite villa is Hawksbill.
Good job. We had a lot of people say Neo and others, but that is
So,
Willie's favorite one.
yeah, my all-time favorite in the Caribbean is Hawksbill. Neo is my favorite villa in St. Bart's, and it is probably #2 or #3 on my list.
Yeah, I remember. And I think that's where some folks got a little confused. Okay, next question, folks. All right, and we are going to pick, I'm going to pick #5 because it'll make it a little bit easier on timing. What awards did Rental Escapes win in 2024? Go. There were 2 specific awards. Okay, we have a winner, and that is Patricia Baumar. Patricia, the answers were, Willie?
We took home the Gold Magellan and the Gold Travy for Best Villa Rental Company.
Absolutely. And I was so honored to be there and clap for you. That was awesome. All right, fantastic. Congratulations, everybody who won. And for the rest of you, hey, join us on the 15th and you might have another chance to win. Willie, I'll let you say a few last words. And I thank you so much again for being here and for your time today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And Joni, I can't thank you and Andy and everybody over there for just the tremendous support that you all give Rental Escapes, and just for the opportunity to come live and to do these webinars. And for all of our travel advisor partners, thank you for the privilege of your time today. For all the Amazon winners, thank you so much. I will be sending out those gift cards within the next day or so. Bear with me. I have a virtual event tomorrow and Thursday, but my first opportunity, I will get them out. They will come to you electronically from Amazon. If you have an opportunity to join us in May, please join Joni and I. We will be taking you to Europe, no passport required. If there's a destination that you want me to focus on, or some villas within a destination you want me to focus on, just send me an email, willie@rentalescapes.com. I am happy to make some changes to the webinar to make sure that I am accommodating you on that. And then lastly, most importantly, when you get a chance, visit the Rental Escapes website. Make sure that you are registered, because there's going to be some exciting announcements coming out within the next couple of weeks. And I want to make sure you get those announcements.
That's fantastic. All right. Thank you, Willie. We'll see you on the 15th and have a great rest of your week, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Thank you, Joni.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.